The Zaporizhzhia nuclear station in Ukraine sustained severe damage from weekend shelling, but international nuclear inspectors found essential components undamaged and no immediate nuclear safety or security concerns, according to a report released on Monday by the UN nuclear watchdog. Rafael Mariano Grossi, the head of the UN's International Atomic Energy Agency, said in a statement that the extent of the damage is a huge source of concern as it clearly reflects the sheer strength of the attacks on one of the largest nuclear power stations in the world. The largest nuclear power facility in Europe, the Zaporizhzhia complex, has been seized by Russian military for months while being operated by Ukrainian experts. The plant has regularly been damaged by heavy bombardment, which has led to worries about a potential meltdown. The reactor cooling system's external power cables have been disrupted during the most disruptive strikes, requiring the plant's operators to occasionally resort to using diesel generators as a last resort. Both Russia and Ukraine have assigned culpability for the attacks to the other. After a dozen shells detonated close to the Zaporizhzhia complex over the weekend, they carried. The IAEA said a team of 4 inspectors who visited the plant on Monday did not find any new damage to the outside power cables, but did find new damage to storage tanks and the main road that runs alongside the reactors. The agency did not identify the nation that had shelled the factory, as it has in previous incidents. Mr. Grossi has issued a dire call for complex protection. The danger of a nuclear catastrophe exists until we get this plant protected, he said in an interview with CBS News 4's 60 Minutes that aired on Sunday. Mr. Grossi specifically mentioned the use of diesel generators as an unsustainable practice. Because what happens when the fuel you put in your generators to keep them running runs out? You then experience a meltdown. Mr. Grossi attempted to persuade Presidents Vladimir V. Putin of Russia and Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine to agree to the creation of a demilitarized zone around Zaporizhzhia in October conversations with both leaders. Ever since leading a team of inspectors to the site in August, he has been advocating for the same actions. There has been no agreement achieved. Russia has been attacking Ukrainian infrastructure often over the past few weeks, most recently with an attack involving over 100 missiles last week that was one of the biggest and most extensive since the war's start in February. Most of the missiles were shot down by Ukrainian forces, but a few still managed to hit vital electricity infrastructure, leaving roughly a fourth of the country in total darkness. Nuclear power facilities provided the majority of Ukraine's energy prior to the war. Russian strikes on Ukrainian nuclear plants have increased over the past month. One such attack hit the Khmelnytsky facility in western Ukraine, forcing it to switch to diesel generators for many hours. After electricity lines were destroyed, a second nuclear power station in the neighboring province of Rivne had to restrict the amount of energy it produced. Since September, the reactors of the Zaporizhzhia power facility have been shut down for safety reasons. The probability of an accident is significantly decreased if the facility is not fully operational, even though a direct military attack on one of the reactor cores could still result in one. The IAEA reported that senior managers at the complex had confirmed that 4 of the complex's 6 reactors are in cold shutdown and that 2 are in hot shutdown, which means they are producing thermal energy but no power.